Out I would, without a moment's hesitation, take it unswervingly to Docklands. Gee, it's great to be back. Tonight we're at Etihad Stadium. I'm joined by my accomplice in primetime, Matthew Richardson.
How are you, Den? Tonight we have an exciting match.
Tonight it's the Saints versus Brisbane. They run on in full confidence. They're looking sharp and the crowd are appreciating it. They run on in full confidence. They're looking sharp and the crowd are appreciating it. We have the toss of the coin. The Lions coming off a string of wins, just waiting for the opening siren now. And here's the bounce to begin the game. Guided down nicely by Martin. He handballs it. Pasternak heads in for the goals. Misses the goal and goes through for a behind. Point the difference. Dunstan to bring it in. Plays on. Jams it on the boot. He has no trouble grabbing that one. Willett with a daisy cutter. Nice mark under pressure. Richard, you followed his career for a while. Could he kick this?
I don't think he can do it, Dennis.
Beams will have to put everything into this one. What was that? Out on the full. Free kick to the Lions. Boots it. A good mark under the circumstances. He steadies now in front of goal. 45 metres out. He's kicking from a 45-degree angle. Sharkey going for number one. Close call, but it's just made it for a score. The first goal for Sharkey. The Ruckmen steal themselves before the bounce. Nice bounce. Long, it wasn't even close to that tap, and he'd be crazy to think that type of effort will win anytime soon. Built with his head down, running for home. He controls the bouncing ball. Brisbane by 8 points.
Dunstan is good, but he doesn't always find that best option while in congestion. It comes off hands. Akers with the tap. Longer with handball. Sending it on its way. Rockcliffe really forced to earn that mark. Sending it on its way.
Tap by Longer. McCartan gets the tap. He gets tackled as he hands it off. Bruce claims it. He steadies now in front of goal. Delivers the footy with a beautiful drop pass. They've conceded possession. Minchington looks hurt. I don't think he'll be coming back out. That was nasty stuff. St Kilda have their first goal. The umpire set to bounce to restart the game.
Martin is a first-class decision maker. He appears relatively unhurried when under pressure and constantly finds the best option in heavy traffic. What a great skill. Pasternak lining up with the goals. The ball's travelling. Pasternak, he has sunk that from a long way out. The Lions lead.
The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. And there's the bounce. Tap by Hickey. He's got the football now. Intercept by Beams. Kicks. Snatches at it and drops it. He's as twitchy as a frog in a blender. Chips it down towards half forward. Pointless attempt by McKenzie. He collects the loose ball. Approaching the goals now. He wins the contest. Rockcliffe with the torpedo. Taken by Gardner.
Well, Brisbane have managed to rack up a big number of marks. It's easy to see why they're leading this match. Puts boot to ball. Geary takes the mark. Sending it on its way. Brown with real good use of the body.
Kicks. A good mark under the circumstances. Boots it. He had his eye on the ball all the way and took the mark well. A massive kick by Beams. Bilt goes by hand. Christensen, he kicks it. The Lions leads by 14. The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. A dead straight bounce. The Saints with a lot to think about as they trail by 14.
They're in front and they deserve to be in front. They stepped up in all areas and really made their opposition look second rate.
The first quarter ends with some high scoring on the board. Let's see with the stats how both teams performed.
You can barely split these two teams when it comes to possession, with the stats at 52% to 48%. Neither team are giving an inch in the terms of marking. The Lions on 7 and St Kilda on 6. Brisbane are really showing their domination in tackles with 6, but the Saints have only managed 1.
Enlightening, Richo.
If you can believe it, the mind can achieve it.
Punched by Martin. Pasternak onto the ball. Gets boot to leather. Simply outplayed the opposition there. As cool as a prize marrow as he lines up for this shot. The ball is slammed towards goal by Jackie. The Lions by 20 points. All is in readiness. The bounce straight down. Guided by Longer. The ball in the hands of Bakers. Approaching the goals now. He picks up the loose ball. Akers aims for his man on the ground. Controlled by Beams. Sends it on its way. A great effort. Rocketed long by Gilbert. The ball crosses the line. The ball is in the air.
Martin is superb with his ruck work. Once his eyes are locked onto the ball, there's little chance he won't get a fist to it. He gets boot to the ball. McCartan claims the ball. He slams that on the boot. Buick, just the better man in that contest.
Smothers. The ball finds its way into the grateful clutches of the opposition. Martin collects. Hits the running man. Puts the head down as he runs in. And they like it behind the goals. He likes it. Goal. The Lions lead the Saints 32-6. Ruckman awaiting the bounce. The ball bouncing well. Hickey timing terrible. He's leaving his messages before the beat. Gilbert comes away with the ball. Gets boot to high. Beams grabs that one. Nice drop punt. Walker up. Picture perfect drop punt. Pasternak got under it. Didn't middle that kick, did he, Richard?
That was an absolute shocker.
The loose ball scooped up. He grabs it on the run. Shacky approaching home now. Off the ground. A magnificent kick right through the middle. Christensen making the lead bigger. Ruckman awaiting the bounce. Here we go.
Martin has such great hands. He always gives his team first touch and he seems to always know who's in the best position to receive those clever touches. He takes the contested mark. He knocks it down. Even under extreme pressure, he's got the handball out. He lays off the pass. Martin boots it. Paparone marks the ball.
Kicks to the attacking 50. Clean tap by Gilbert. Almost half-time. Pasternak gets the tap. Somehow found more room on the boundary than Wayne Howes. The ball is slammed towards goal by Bilt. Score for the Lions. He sinks his first goal. The Lions have scored the last 5 goals. The Lions in front. He scores, he scores, he scores. What an absolute classic. Bilt loves that. Umpire has the ball, ready for the centre bounce. Big thump from Martin, so half-time. And Richo, what are your thoughts on the first half?
The Saints are trailing at half-time because of some very poor disposal and decision-making. The coaching staff have a few headaches at the half.
Let's go to Richo now.
A real arm wrestle out there with the possession stats at 51% to 49%. Although St Kilda have had 13 handballs, the Lions are on 12, which isn't much of a difference at this stage.
Cheers, Richo. It's half-time and we'll be back soon for the second half. Second half is underway.
Do not let what you can do interfere with what you can do.
Martin punches it. He gains possession. Tackle, but gets the handball off. Pressure didn't faze him. Kicks as cool as the other side of the pillar. Walker throws the ball. Free kick. Geary puts it on the boot. Great mark under pressure. Kicks beyond the wing. Takes it well. Choose to kick it. A solid mark from Paparoni.
Brisbane are having shots for goal on the run rather than looking to hit targets inside 50. And why shouldn't they when they have so many quality kicks in the team?
Looks like he'll go out wide. He plays it to himself. He puts some power into that kick. That kick was asking a bit much of Beams. Sends the Sharon on its way. A chance for both teams to set up as the ball crosses the line. Umpire throws the ball in. Tapped by Martin. McCartan has the ball. Out of nowhere, the ball shoots out of the pack. It's impossible to outplay an opponent you can't outthink. Think about that. Ball crosses the boundary. You can see the determination on the Ruckman's faces. Martin decisively. Dunstan with the tap. The loose ball picked out. Armitage finds his man on the move. It's a ball up. One down by Martin. Dunstan guides it. McCartan is able to grab it on the half volley. Brown kicks it. Zorko, delusions of grandeur, able to grab it on the half volley. He just can't get out of the action. Well, the better man there.
Weller really wears his heart on his sleeve. He puts power behind that kick. Geary misses the ball. Gardner kicks it. Gilbert picks up the ball. Quick hands finding the running player. Sending it on its way. Armitage with the mark.
Sends it on its way. Rockcliffe takes it well. McKenzie made the awkward bounce look easy. He's got great hands. He grabs it on the run.
Armitage is the heart and soul of this footy club. I don't think he'll be going anywhere anytime soon. The loose ball is picked up. He gets his hands on the footy. A solid use of the body then. McKenzie gets onto the ball. McCartan onto the ball. Kept his composure then.
A risky proposition from here. He'll need a big kick to make the goals. Shoots off the handball. Kicks it. Good mark on the run. Gresham laps up the misplaced footy. It's his. That tackle clearly above the shoulders. Takes that one strongly. Akers covers some ground with that effort. Well, he gave it a shot. Lester made the awkward bounce look easy. He's got great hands. As we go into the final break, the scores are Brisbane 45, St Kilda 6. Both coaches will be anxious, no doubt, to reinforce the importance of the last quarter's performance to their players.
Brisbane will want to keep the foot on the accelerator and finish this last quarter strongly.
Let's go to Richo now and take a look at the stats.
In terms of marking, neither team looks to have an advantage over the other. The stats show that both teams are practically kick for kick, with neither willing to let the other have a kicking advantage.
Cheers, Richo. And the last quarter of this match is underway.
The more difficult the victory, the greater the happiness in winning.
Gathers the ball, tapped by Armitage, takes possession. With no time to spare, he gets the ball away. Handballs from the tackle, sends the Sharon on its way. Handballs. He gets another possession. Oh, that's just giving the ball away. Booted by Beams. Taylor taps it. Bounces favourably for Dunstan. The spilled ball is collected. Approaching the goals now. That shot wasn't meant to hit the fan. Bad kick, resulting in a free to Brisbane. Dunstan kicks hard along the boundary line. Here's a chance for Christensen, 35 metres out. He's kicking on about a 30-degree angle, which could prove challenging. It looks like Brisbane have this one in the bag. A brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the ruckman unleash. One down by Martin. Armitage has the ball. Akers gets a less than pretty drop punt away.
Sinclair got a really good footballing brain. Lester with a strong mark. He boots it. A nice contested mark. Gresham with the kick. Rockcliffe with good strong hands. He gets boot to the ball.
That decision was like taking a beer to a job interview. Not a very good idea. Great grab. A big kick by McCartan. A great effort. Bruce, urged on by the crowd, prepares to kick. Too far out to score, surely. Beams has it.
The Lions haven't taken many inside 50 forward marks, and their ability to nail goals on the run is what's keeping them in front of St Kilda. Bastanak takes the mark. Puts boot to ball.
Guided down nicely by Brown. Guided by Gilbert. Able to grab it on the half volley. The spilled ball is collected. Hits the running man. Looking for another goal here. That could be the final nail in the coffin. The ruckmen giving each other the ice-cold killer stare-downs as they wait for the bounce. Longer timing terrible. He's leaving his messages before the beat. The ball is on the ground, and it's picked up by Christensen. Sharkey approaching home now. He's having a ball, if you'll excuse the pun. Sharkey gets number 3. The lead has been increased. Ruckman awaiting the bounce. The bounce is straight up and down. Martin with the tap. Gilbert gets a hard bump from Pasternak. Unfortunately, placed ball finds its way into the opposition's grasp. Dunstan with a huge leap.
Look, the Saints haven't been able to set up many shots at goal, but I'm not sure that's the forward's fault. The ball has been coming in way too slow. You can't expect your forward to kick a winning total that way. He boots it. McCartan takes a contested mark. He gets boot to the ball. Savage with the mark. He gets boot to the ball. Akers, just the better man in that contest.
Nice mark there. Mays kicks hard along the boundary line. Not the most exciting match. No real competition between the teams. Disappointing. Richo, did you enjoy the matchup between Brisbane and the Saints?
A tiresome, boring match to watch.
At the end of the game, the Lions are leading the Saints 63-6. That's it for this match. Thanks to my co-commentator, Matthew Richardson.
It's been a pleasure, Dennis. We'll catch you next time.
We will always fight for victory like it's right.